What's this based on? I did not come up with this. This has been around since the Greeks. It's known as physiognomy. Physiognomy is the art of understanding other people based on their facial features. And you're thinking, okay, well, wait, aren't we born this way? Yes. But what happens is, remember when our parents told us, stop making that face or we'll get stuck that way? There's some truth to it. Because what happens is, the mind creates muscle, the mind creates movement, and movement creates muscle. So as we keep making faces over time, our faces change. And I'm going to show you my own face in a few slides so you can see that, because the other reason I show you my faces is nobody wants to look at me after I teach you guys this, right? So I call it the skill that makes people want to lean in and look away at the exact same time. But who has it been taught to? Well, ironically, it was taught to authors and artists. Why? Think about every book that you read growing up as a kid, and what happened is there weren't photographs, and there very rarely were pictures. So you had to read a book, To Kill a Mockingbird, Catcher in the Rye, you name it. And what happened is the author of that book had to learn how to describe the characters in the book. Well, back then there was only like men wear suits, women wear dresses. So the way that they described all the characters in the book was through their actions and through their facial features. So we hear about faces all the time. And anybody turn on a Disney show or anything else, artists also took courses in physiognomy to help understand how to draw characters for comic books, for paintings, things you name it. So if it's not a portrait, but they wanted to create a character, they went and took this class. Edgar Allan Poe took this class. All kinds of authors and artists used to take it. It was actually part of the education system until Henry VIII said, I don't like the idea that beggars and thieves can have this to use against the common man. And he had it pulled from the education system. Where is it still taught today? Attorneys. Why? Jury consulting. And you got to figure, look, if attorneys are going to study something, it's got to be valuable, right? As a matter of fact, my mentor was an attorney who learned this for jury consulting, and he ended up leaving his law practice because what he realized is, yes, he could use it for that good purpose, but he'd rather teach it to people just like yourselves so we can all learn how to understand other people better.